6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Big Jolly in the building. I haven't been on this channel in so long. I've been playing video games, live streaming on Twitch, hopping on Kick, live streaming my life, rocking the meta glasses, showing bike rides. But yo, what's been popping up in my algorithm, nothing but dudes that want to trick on women. Now, I'm not in the best attire right now. It's motherfucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Just got finished working. But I said I'm gonna hop in here because the way y'all see me now is not the way you're gonna see me next year or the year before next. And I got a lot of stuff going on at the late age that I'm at. So listen, I'm gonna give people a few minutes before I chime in about what I want to talk about. And I'm gonna post this separate. So go ahead. Like, let me give y'all a few minutes. Maybe ain't nobody gonna come in here. It don't matter. But yo, this video is about y'all sucker ass ass. I ain't gonna call y'all simps. I'm gonna call y'all dudes that got a little money and y'all corny. Now listen, I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. I'm gonna look in the camera too, cause I'm being dead serious. Even though I'm be on here playing video games, reacting. But yo, time after time, I see video after video. Even some of the dudes I like, comedians, actors, they had a conversation. I wish I had the video up on the Corey Holcomb show, right? They tried to break down what tricking is. They say if a dude got 15 million and he give a broad, a chick 5,000, he got 15 million sitting on the island and got nothing to do with it, he ain't tricking. They say a dude that got 5 million, he break bread off 4,000, he buying a chick a purse, a bag, he ain't tricking. Lil Wayne had a song that said, it ain't tricking if you ain't got it. Yo, I'm gonna come on here live and direct, no edit. Bro, I'm gonna take a quote from ODB. I want P for free. You can't have none of my money. I want P for free. He say, it ain't nothing but skin and bones. You could F it, you could suck it, or you could leave it alone. And I heard them lyrics back in the day, and they resonated with me. I already knew that. Man, I learned that shit at an early age. I used to be the slime ball dude, pretty boy slime ball, right? If I knew information about a chick you was messing with, I used that as my leverage. My first baby mama, we worked together. She had a dude the whole time. I used to be watching. He bring roses, love notes, but he didn't realize after you bring them roses and love notes, I'm the dude she gotta work with every day. So listen, let me take these headphones off. Bro, y'all gotta understand, like, I was 15, 16. Once I got off the porch, it wasn't nothing but Gang City. I'm an older G now, but back in the day, we ain't have all this cell phone technology trying to hit people up and find them online. But check this out. I used to see this dude bringing roses, love notes. Every holiday came around, he did it for her. And then I knew this other chick, she had a dude. He was way taller than me. Hoop too. I hoop too. Don't get me wrong, I hoop too, but he was way taller than me. He came through and see his girl. And I used to be thinking in my head, like, yeah, once you leave, I'm gonna be all up on her. And that's what it was. So I sit back and watch. Once I got a little information about who the dude was, how he moved, I was like, these wasn't my dude. I ain't give a fuck about none of these lanes. So when I found information, I'm like, yo, you ain't the only one, man. Like, shh. He messing around with X, Y, and Z. All of a sudden, motherfuckers don't believe me. They find out for themselves, and they fall in my hand. That's the game I used to play when I was 16, 17, 18, right? And I wasn't worried about motherfuckers trying to have static with me because I had hands. Like, man, I used to actually know how to fight. I used to fight back in the day. So I wasn't worried about that. So as I got older, people started doing that shit to me. They used to play that song, Drew Hill, somebody sleeping in my bed. And I was like, damn, couldn't nobody ever do me like that. But it been done to me. So I was like, you know what? I ain't playing that game no more. I know how I feel. So from that point on, I ended up having a kid early. Even if I had a kid early, like I didn't want to have a girlfriend from that point. People always, now listen. I'm gonna play this back to myself later. I'm at the age I'm at, and people say, yo, why you don't never want to get married? Why you don't want a girl? Why you don't want to have a picket fence, a dog, and babies running around the house? And I tell them, like, yo, I'm not bitter. I wasn't hurt. It's just back in the day, I learned the game early. It don't matter if a chick got a dude. If you go outdo what the dude doing, or you got some information about him living foul, you could take his girl. And it wasn't about money. Sometimes you could take you could take a dude girl if you're gonna sit there and talk on the phone every 2 hours and he only giving her 5 or 10 minutes. He busting her down. He putting his clothes on saying he got something to do, and all of a sudden she call you. Who the fuck calling me this late, man? Hold on, y'all. I'm definitely going live, and I ain't done. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck Clapper is. Look, this who giving me alerts. This is motherfucking Clapper, man. Who the fuck want to watch this shit? Not me. I can't even put that on there. Can't put that on there. This is fucking Clapper. And your girl on here while you at work. Clapper. Y'all see it. I like the way my camera blurred me out. But let's get back to it. I learned at an early age, you can't trust females or you can't trust dudes. You just gotta live your life by your rules. Expect people to be who the hell they are. All right, let's fast forward some, right? Okay. I learned early. I didn't have a girlfriend. I started meeting chicks that had boyfriends. Don't get me wrong. All right, let me say it again. I started young. I started meeting chicks that had boyfriends. I used to work at a fish restaurant. I knew chicks that had husbands. I knew chicks that had boyfriends, and they come to work and tell me how their boyfriend treat me. And guess what type of dude I was? I was a type of dude. I take my headphones off because I had an amplifier with the Walkman. So I take my headphones off and go like this. And I say, tell me what he been doing. And I just compute all that shit in my brain. And I say some real information, but add a little sauce to it. You ever have some wings, plain wings, and then you add some seasoning and you add salt and you add sauce? That shit make everything good. So I used to add sauce. I used to tell truth, but add sauce to it. Like, yeah, they was at the movies. Yeah, they was at the movies for real. But they was kissing. They was sitting in the back the whole time. That really didn't happen, but I said it. So I hate when motherfuckers say, who hurt you? Ain't nobody never hurt me. I just knew the game from the beginning and I ran with it. So boom, from that age, I met a chick, had 5 kids, reeled me in like a fishing rod. Boom, reeled me in, fished me up, made me lemonade, cooked meals. I wasn't even old enough to buy no liquor. She had a pint for me every night. We worked together, and she had somebody she was talking to before me. And she told me, she was like, yo, he paying all the bills. If you could do that, I'll leave him alone. Guess what I said? No, don't leave him alone. I ain't doing it. But I could bring you over here and there. So that's what I was doing. And one day we got caught. I went over there. It was raining. He was sitting outside the house, saw me pull up. He said, no, not Jolly. I said, yeah, it's me. So boom, he left. And she was like, so you gotta take over what he was doing. And I said, oh, I learned more game from that. So boom, yeah, I gave her. And I started doing little shit, but we were still working at the same job. So she had her money. And then boom, we got laid off. She thought I was gonna pay the rent, gas, lights. Mind you, I'm 19. No, I probably was 20. I had a kid. She had fucking 5, and she was 10 years older than me. I got the fuck up out of here. But guess what? I almost lost my life that night. She said, if you leave me, she showed me a knife. She said, you ain't going nowhere. I seen that knife. I didn't say nothing. I said, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. This motherfucker went to sleep. I creeped at that house and moved back with my mom. I had to sleep on a goddamn couch. My brother took over my room. I had a closet. And from that point on, like, I was just slumming around. Slumming around, moving place to place, getting evicted, moving with different females. But I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna write a book about Daniel Jolly life story, because it's like my life story from childhood to up here. I could make a whole movie series about it. But let's get back on topic. I don't understand how y'all dudes, Corey Holcomb, I watch your show. I fuck with you, a comedian. I don't believe half this shit people be saying on these podcasts, but I could tell the difference. This joker said he spent 8,000 on hanging out with a chick. Don't get me wrong. If he spent 8,000, you gonna get the buns. Who gives a fuck about getting no fucking buns? Buns last fucking 30 minutes, and you spending 8K for 30 minutes of loving, you a goddamn fool. Y'all got Cam on there hopping on somebody, you bought a bag. I don't give a fuck how bad a chicken. Bro, I'm gonna tell a story, but next time y'all see me on here, I'm gonna put some clothes on. I'm gonna tell a story. Back in the day, when I was with my number 2 baby mom, she was off the hook, right? She used to put me out every other day, every other month. And she'd wake up the wrong way. My dumb ass was still living the way I want to live, the lying life. I don't lie no more, but I was living a lying life. So yeah, she put me on one day, took off my clothes. I ain't had no shoes. I had socks. And I had my homeboy with me. He could verify the story. I say, yeah. He's like, man, maybe you just need to go back home and figure this shit out. What I said, I need to figure out where I'm gonna get some cheap shoes from. He like, yeah, go to Foot Locker, Finish Line, get you some J, get some Nikes. I say, bro, I ain't trying to spend that type of money for a one night venture when I know I'm gonna get back home to my shoe collection. I just need some shoes. We went to Walmart. I seen some starter shoes. I said, give me all black. He said, what are you doing? I said, look, I'm gonna put the leg of my pants over the tongue. They not gonna know the difference because I got charisma. And that shit worked. I even met a chick that night and we X, Y, and Z. And I went back home, rekindled the flame, but yeah, I don't know this new age. I ain't gonna say player shit, but interacting with women. I would never pay. I don't say I would never, but people leave with paying for pussy. A motherfucker meet a chick the same day and he'll be like, how much? I'm the type of dude, I meet a chick the same day, I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? I would like to get to know you. I don't leave with my wallet, even though at the point in my life, that's what I should be doing. I'm just not. What I like giving, even if people say it's over $200, $300. Bro, if you break down the math of how much 200 is, say if you making $20 an hour and you give a chick 200 out of that shit, that means you worked a 10-hour shift for 30 minutes of vagina. Do that make sense? And this is not even a knock on dudes that do it. I seen Paul Pierce, right? Yeah, he one of them dudes that pay for the box. He mad at these streamers that's paying for the box too because they raising the price for him. Back in the day, it used to be like, yo, if you was on a basketball team, you went to college, paid on a college team, and you was in the NBA, you used to be able to get it for free. They just wanted to be associated with you. Nowadays, it don't matter if you're in the NBA. The way it works now, these streamers getting mad low. And I'm coming for my part of the bag. Streamers, I'm coming for my part of the bag. As an OG, I'm coming for that bag. I'm trying to get my homeboys on board, but they like, yo, I don't want to be on camera. I don't do that. I show people the statement. One dude was like, yo, I went to Amazon 4 hours. I got paid that. And you put a video up and you made 3 times I made. Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to do it? So listen, if any of my homeboys, people I work with, you trying to get this bag, this big jolly TV, and I'm back in the building, hit me up. We can figure some shit out. But one thing we ain't gonna do, we ain't paying for no box. Bro, who the fuck will pay $300 for the box? Now, I will say this. Now, listen. Disclaimer, I will say this. If a motherfucker meal prepping, cleaning, Words of affirmation. She making me feel like a motherfucking king. Where you want to go eat at? What kind of bill you want paid? You want some money in your pocket? Yeah, I'm gonna give you that. But I won't pay for the box. I'll pay for the other stuff. And when it comes to the box, man, y'all supposed to treat that like a gift. Women have more to bring to the table than the box. And if you just leave with the box, that's not gonna last long. Meal prep, cleaning, build me up, man. You could say words like yes, king. I swear to God. I ain't gonna say it. I swear to G. This girl said, yes, king. I felt like just giving her every credit card in my wallet. I asked her to do something. I was like, yo, she was at my crib chilling. I'm like, yo, I always test chicks. Listen, listen, y'all. Test a woman that's in your life. Be like, yo, let me get some water out the bottle, put some ice in a straw. And she say, yes, king, and bring it to you. Give her one of the credit cards out your wallet and say, go shopping. And I'm going to say this, man. This is going to be the last time I come on here with just some beat around. Big Jolly TV is back. I should have never went away the first time. 3 years ago, I used to do Big Jolly TV. I got to like 400 subscribers just like that. Took 2 years off because I concentrated on a job that was paying me little, and I'm still there. I make a little coin. But I tell people the kind of money you want to make is the money where you ain't got to punch a clock, work them hours. Okay, you paying me $30 an hour. I'm working 8 hours. That's $240. The type of money I want to make is maybe you can want to strive for that. You put one piece of work out and it pay you a lifetime. So I'm not listening, y'all. I'm back in effect. The content I make is going to be for the people, and it's going to be some real shit. I'm bringing people on board real soon. And I'm going to show y'all how clear this camera is. Look at that. Look how clear that is, y'all. They fade me out when that come in, but what? Why do I take it off? I'm back in the mix. You got to invest in your craft, right? Meta glasses. I ain't got no viewers right now, but yo, Meta glasses, right? I throw these joints on. Content magnet, right? Let me take these back off. I ain't about to do nothing with them tonight. At 3:20, I'm about to go ahead and slide and go to sleep. GoPro. Canon cameras, man. Microphones. I spent some money on this. This ain't cheap, man. So, with that being said, I ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck if I got 0 viewers or 100,000. All we gonna do is get better and better on Big Jolly TV. And I'm the biggest Jolly you ever meet. Let me tell you where Big Jolly came from. I'm the tallest, the biggest in my family. So it's Big Jolly, and I'm always happy. And we gonna leave it like that. If you're watching this on a playback, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be on Big Jolly TV, Big Jolly RL, and Big Jolly Strong. Check out all the platforms, and I'm out.